DJKaktus. If you spent any time at all in the SCP community, either on the wiki or part of the offsite fandom, you will recognize the name DJKaktus. DJKaktus is one of the most prolific authors on the SCP Wiki, creating such well-known bangers such as SCP-2399, a malfunctioning destroyer, SCP-1730, what happened to Site-13, SCP-2932, Titania's prison, SCP-2740, it wasn't there, SCP-2316, field trip. This is where the famous line, "You do not recognize the bodies in the water," comes from. A bunch of data articles, SCP-3000, Anantashesha. Have I made my point yet? Well, I'm going to name some more anyway. SCP-3925, This Thing a Quiet Madness Made. SCP-3812, A Voice Behind Me. SCP-3785, Jasper's Hill. SCP-3790, Department of Abnormalities. SCP-4971, Rituals, and so many, many more. He's written some of the greatest, most well-known articles outside of Series 1 in the SCP Wiki. If it's not obvious enough already, Kaktus is a very, very talented writer whose work is rightfully very popular to the community, both those on-site and off. And where most of his work gets covered by the many, many different content creators here, I want to talk about my favorite Kaktus article. The one that I feel doesn't get enough attention. His very first article, and to me, his absolute best. SCP-2812, Echoes of Yesterday. Despite this article not being as popular as the rest of his work, 2812 already has 3 hallmarks that show up in almost all of his great masterpieces: nostalgia, the evils of industry, and the horrors of living in the Midwest. That's not a joke, either. The heart of SCP-2812 is a small Midwest town that rots from stagnation caused by the stubborn refusal to change by the only remaining industry and its population being driven away by it. This is a feeling that comes up again and again in all of Kaktus's greatest works, most notably all of his Class of 76 articles. Being his first article, he of course improves his style from here, but 2812 deserves more recognition for setting up what Kaktus becomes known for. SCP-2812 is 2 anomalies. -1 is a 1930s record player at the Limestone Business Center in an undisclosed small town in Indiana. The song that plays from -1 creates a compulsion to leave the town, and if you come close enough to it, it even is a physical feeling pushing you away from the town. -2, however, are the former employees of United Limestone that teleport around the town and will play the same song as -1 through this speakerphone that comes out of their mouth. The difference being, when the song comes from -2, it's fatal. This is a simple yet effective anomaly, and reading through the article, especially the addendums, this is where Kaktus's signature style comes in. He hides the real meat, the real meaning, the real definitions and explanations of the article in the addendums. 1730, 3925, every single data article, 2740. The actual anomaly itself is pretty simple. It's good, but it's simple. The story, the depth, is in the addendums, and this article, his first, is where it all begins. Because in the addendums in 2812, that's where the revelation comes from. That's where you find out that United Limestone was not a good business for this town. It was destroying the town before the anomaly came. Their betrayal of the town led to this. There are worse things going on than just this record phone. And it only gets worse from here. All of his best work follow this framework. You introduce a creative and relatively simple anomaly, describe it with great details so the reader can picture it, but then you save the real story for the addendums. Make them work for it. While this style has been understandably criticized by some, the success of DJKaktus's works speaks for itself. If you have liked literally any other DJKaktus article, but haven't read his first, you must, and I hope I've convinced you to do so. 2812 is not only my favorite DJKaktus article, it's in my top 10 most favorite SCP articles of all time. It has earned its place. It is a stepstone to all the rest of the success that he has. It all began with a small town Indiana and a cursed, messed up record player put there by a messed up music company for an awful limestone company. All this being said, I want to leave you with this. Reliance on nostalgia poisons your current outlook on life. There's nothing wrong with looking back and realizing some things were better in the past, but to long for that old feeling again and again instead of creating a new good feeling is useless. As great as things may have been before, there's more use making change today for a better tomorrow. Things may be hard today, and you may even feel hopeless, but looking only to the past for answers will lead you nowhere. The future is ahead of you, and it's brighter than the rose-tinted glasses nostalgia has given you. Don't be United Limestone. Be better.